Okay, so let's pick up where we left off, where we said that we're going to start reading our story, okay, which is a legend. Remember, your genre is a legend. Okay, so let's start. All right, let's see where we are. Remember, the setting of the story is Britain during medieval times or the Middle Ages. Okay, what can you please volunteer to read the first paragraph for us, which is the story's exposition?
Sure. King Uther heard the baby's wail and leaped to his feet. There was a sharp rap at the chamber door, and a servant entered grinning happily. "You have a son," he told the king. Uther's joy knew no bounds. When he was ushered into Queen Igerna's bedchamber, Uther looked lovingly at mother and son. "The boy's name shall be Arthur," and he declared, "and he shall be a great king. For Merlin, the magician, has foretold that he will one day rule the greatest kingdom under heaven." But Uther's happiness did not last. His beloved, the queen, died soon after Arthur's birth, and sadness sapped the king's spirit. He lost interest in ruling, and Merlin was unable to rouse him for his melancholy.
Okay, so thanks, Ward. All right, the first paragraph here is filled with lots and lots of information. Okay, the first thing that we need to understand is King Uther is the actual king of England during that time. Okay, we know that he had his wife is Queen Adjerna. Okay, so we met two characters who are not so well, they're significant, but they're very minor. Okay, they're minor characters, meaning that their role in the story is not so significant. Okay, Queen Eterna is again the King Uther's wife. Okay, and together they had a baby. Okay, and the king was very excited and very happy. We saw that he leaped to his feet. Okay, that means he jumped. Leaped means to jump. All right, he jumped to his feet as soon as he heard the baby's wail. Okay, we all know that once a baby's born, we hear them crying. Okay, they cry. All right, and as soon as he heard the baby's wail or the baby's scream or cry, he leaped to his feet from joy. Okay, so we can already see that he's very excited about being a father for having and also having a son. Okay, because again, this is going to be the son who is going to become the next king. As we know, after King Uther passes away, King Arthur is going to be destined to be the next king of England. Okay, and here we see that we already see the magician. Who is the magician again? What's his name? What is the magician's name? Can someone remind me? No. How about Marwa? Can you remind us of the magician's name again? What is his name? Marwa. How about Ibrahim? Ibrahim, can you remind us of what is the magician's name?
Of course.
Sure. Thank you.
Arthur.
No, Arthur is the son. The king
Uh,
said
uh,
that the magician told him something. Who is the magician?
Arthurus. Merlin.
Merlin. Okay, remember Merlin is the magician. Remember I told you in the introduction that we're going to have a character that is going to possess magical powers, and this character is Merlin. Okay, he's the one with the powers of magic. Okay, and what did Merlin, or what is the message that Merlin told the king about his son Arthur? What did Merlin is able to tell? To foretell means to tell things from the past or to tell things that will happen in the future. What does it mean to foretell? To foretell means to say something that's going to happen that happened in the past, or to predict things that will happen in the future. Zena, what do you think?
Uh,
To foretell, it means to mention things in the past or to predict things from the future.
no, it's like to predict.
Good. Okay, when you foretell, that means you're going to
Yeah.
mention things in the future. And what did Merlin predict about Arthur's future? What did Merlin predict about Arthur's future? Adam Wilson, can you tell us what did Merlin predict about Arthur's future?
Um,
Warda, can
that
you
he
tell
will
him?
one day
Say,
that he
Adam,
will
say it
one day
again.
rule the great kingdom. He will one day rule the greatest kingdom under heaven.
Good job. So that means that he one day, as he grows older, he is going to be the next king. Okay. And he's going to have such a great kingdom. That means he's going to be also a very successful ruler. Okay. So this is something that Merlin was able to foretell or to predict about the future and tell King Uther. All right. However, what is something, and we see that, of course, he named his son the baby. Okay, it's a baby boy, and he named him Arthur. Okay, we named him Arthur. However, something bad happened that made the King Uther fall into melancholy or sadness and depression. What was it? What was it that happened that drove King Uther into deep sadness? Can someone tell us what happened that drove King Uther into deep sadness? Ruqayya, can you tell me? Okay, can someone tell me what happened that made the king fall into deep sadness or depression? What happened? Kareem?
Yes,
Yes.
he lost interest in ruling.
Why did he lose his interest in becoming a king? Why did he start to become very neglectful of his kingdom? Why? What happened that
Um,
drove him
his wife
to
died.
his wife died. Okay, good. Queen Adjerna passed away. Okay, his beloved queen died soon after Arthur's birth. Okay, so again, she passed away after Arthur was born. Okay, so he was still a baby. Okay, and of course, this broke the king's spirit. Okay, he became very saddened by the loss of his wife. All right, he became so sad that he started to lose interest in even looking after his own kingdom. Okay, he was so sad that he basically, he lost interest. When you're just bummed and you just don't feel like doing anything. This is how he felt. All right, he lost interest in everything. And Merlin, which is the magician, was unable to rouse him. Okay, to rouse him means to make him wake up or feel better. Okay, Merlin was unable to help him get out of this sadness. How is Merlin's relationship with the king? Do you think that Merlin is reliable? Does the King Uther relies on him a lot? Yes or no? From what we see so far, what kind of relationship do we see between Merlin and King Uther? What kind of relationship do we see between Merlin and King Uther so far? Does King Uther rely on Merlin? Yes or no? And does he trust Merlin? Yes or no? Ward, please.
I don't think they have the best relationship, but they King Arthur doesn't really trust Merlin, which is why he preferred Arthur to be the next king.
Well, Arthur has to be the next king because he's his son. All right, but we do. I actually, it's to the contrary. King Uther does trust Merlin because Merlin was able to suspect or predict something in the future, and King Uther seems to believe it. Yes or no? Does King Uther believe Merlin's predictions, or does he deny them?
No, he believes them.
He believes them, right? He thinks that they are true. Okay, that basically Arthur is going to grow to become a great king, and he's going to grow to rule one of the greatest kingdoms under the heaven, which is Great Britain. Okay, so does King Uther trust Merlin? Yes. Okay, even though Merlin is merely a magician, we could tell that King Uther is he feels that basically Merlin is a reliable source, okay, that he can trust and count on his words or his predictions. Okay, another thing that we can see is that Merlin is actually a good friend to the king. Okay, because here we see that he's actually trying to do what? Trying to rise him from his melancholy. That means he's trying to do what? Did he leave him alone in his depression? Or is he trying to help him overcome his sadness? What?
He was trying to help him so that he would forget about his wife's death, and that he wouldn't have depression for the rest of his life.
Exactly. All right. So here we see that Merlin is actually very supportive of the king. Okay. He is trying to help King Uther overcome the loss of his wife. Okay. And basically, to step over that conflict in his life, and basically pay attention to his kingdom. Okay. He's still king after all, and he still has a lot of responsibility and obligation. However, as we could see here, Merlin was not successful because, again, the king is highly affected by his wife's death. Okay, so here again, we established a good foundation, our exposition. We know that we are in England. Okay, we know that we have three characters so far, or four characters have been introduced. King Uther, his wife is Queen Adjerna. Together they had baby Arthur. Okay, we met the magician, Merlin. We established that he has a good relationship with the king, with King Uther. King Uther trusts him. Okay, he believes that his prediction will become true, that King Arthur will be a great king one day, and will rule the greatest king under the heaven. And unfortunately, we see here the first conflict, which is Queen Adjerna's death and how it affected King Uther. He lost interest in everything, including becoming a ruler or ruling his kingdom. And of course, this makes him in a very vulnerable position. Because it gives opportunity for the enemy to attack. Okay, they know that the king now is very saddened, in a very depressed state of mind. Again, is this a weak point in King Uther's life? Yes, it is. Okay, who could take advantage of this of his weakness now? Who could possibly take
The
advantage?
French,
His what?
the enemy.
The enemies. Okay, the enemies could be taking advantage to come and attack his kingdom. Okay, especially that they know that King Uther is not in his best state of mind. Okay, this is an illustration showing King Arthur pulling the sword from this rock, and we're gonna see this later in the story. Okay, so let's move on. All right, let's continue. Pick up reading for us, please, Kareem. Thanks, Ward. All right, Kareem, please go ahead. Unrest.
Okay. Um, unrest grows throughout the land. Merlin warned your old foes are rising rebellion. Give the baby into my keeping. For you have enemies even at court.
So let's stop right here. Merlin is giving warning to King Uther. What is he warning him about? What is
That
happening?
the enemies might come
Good. The
while
enemies. Good.
he's
And
in
where's the word enemies here, Kareem?
he said for you have enemies even
Where's the word enemies? Your old
your old
foes.
foes.
Okay, good. I need you to highlight the word foes in your notebooks and write down that the word foes means enemies. Okay, enemies again here. The word foes is equivalent to the word your enemies. All right, this is what it means. All right, so enemies means foes. All right, and again we see that Merlin is looking out for King Uther's well-being. Okay, so Merlin is very helpful, very caring. He cares about the king. He actually is. He actually cares about the king and wants to help King Uther. Okay, so he gives him advice. He's telling him, hello, okay, king, you have to do something about this, King Uther. Your enemies are rising in rebellion. They're even at the courts, they're even here. Okay, and what does he suggest? What does Merlin suggest to do with Arthur? What does he say to do with Arthur? To do what? He says, give the babe into my keeping. That means what? What does that mean?
That he will rule until the
Not
king.
rule. Not rule. Remember, the ruling King Uther is still the king. It has nothing to do with the ruling. Remember, King Arthur is a child. He's still a infant. His mother died and he's still a baby. Okay? So what does Merlin suggest? He says, "Give the babe into my keeping." That means let me what?
Raise him.
Let me raise him. Good, Ahmed. Let me take care of him. Okay, let me take care for the baby. Let me raise him for you. Okay, and let me take care of him basically until you focus on your enemies. Okay, you have enemies in the court. Okay, you have enemies in your court, and you need to focus on them. Okay, unrest, uncomfort, okay, chaos is growing in our land. Okay, it's growing through England. Okay, and you need to focus on taking care and handling the enemies. Okay, King Uther is not going to have time to take care of the babe, which is Arthur. So here Merlin is suggesting that he will look out and raise a young Arthur, a baby Arthur, until the king is able to take care of his enemies and win and prevail. Okay, so continue, please, Kareem, for us. What's happened next? Anxious?
Anxious for his son's safety, Uther agreed to Merlin disguised as a beggar, took the infant Arthur to Sir Ector and his lady who
So
lived
let's
only
stop right
20.
here. So Merlin has a plan. Okay, Merlin has a plan. Okay, he's going to do something for Arthur. Okay, remember, infant Arthur, that means he's still a baby, a newborn baby. It's called an infant. Okay, and of course, here, what did I tell you in the presentation? Usually, when enemies come, who are they targeting? Who do they want to kill?
The king's son.
They need to kill the king's son, all right, to guarantee that what? That he will not
The
be the next.
king or ruler.
Exactly. So here the enemies are coming. Uther is very anxious, very nervous, very worried about his son. So Merlin is going to do some magic. What does it mean to disguise, Ahmed Sabir? What does it mean to disguise? If you're able to disguise,
Impersonate.
impersonate, okay, change your appearance. Okay, so here we see that remember how I told you Merlin is a magician. Okay, he has some magical powers. He is able to change his appearance. And how did he disguise as? What is he changing his appearance to? He is going to
As a
become
beggar.
a beggar. Okay, and where is he going to take infant Arthur or baby Arthur? He's going to take him to Sir Ector and his lady. Okay, so again, these are new characters that we're going to meet Sir Ector and his wife, which is his lady. Okay, continue, Ahmed, to continue, Kareem, who lived.
Who lived some distance from the court and all its dangers. He told them nothing about the child, save that his name was Arthur.
So good. So
The
does Sir
couple had
Ector, one
recently
second, Kareem, does Sir Ector and his lady know that Arthur is King Uther's son and he is going to be the next king of England? Do they know anything about this?
no.
No. Okay, we need to understand that Merlin, told them nothing about the child, save that his name was Arthur. What does it mean, save that his name was Arthur? That means the only thing that he shared with Sir Ector and his lady, that this child, his name is Arthur. And that's it. Do they know anything about his family? or his history, who's his father, who's his mother. Nothing. Okay. Why did he choose to give young Arthur to, or infant Arthur, to Sir Ector and his lady? Because they live in a great distance from the court and all its dangers. Okay, so that means he chose a very safe place to keep young Arthur. And he didn't tell them anything about him being the son of a king, because again, he doesn't want to put young Arthur in any risky situation. Okay. Okay, continue. Kareem, the couple.
The couple had recently lost their infant son and welcomed Arthur as their own. Soon rebellion divided the kingdom. Arthur, reclaiming his old spirit, railed his knights and barons. With Merlin always beside him, he drove back his enemies.
Good. With Merlin always beside him. Again, we see here, this is to restate our opinion from earlier, that Merlin is very devoted to the king, very caring. He's also very helpful. The king views him as his right hand side, his right side, like his right hands, right? Someone that he falls back on and trusts and goes to for help. All right. So did King Uther was able to overcome his melancholy? Yes. He had to get himself together, pick himself up, and basically fight the enemy. All right. He rallied his knights and barons, okay, his soldiers and so on, and he was able to drive back the enemies. Okay. That means, was he victorious? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, yes, he was victorious. That means he won. He was able to drive back his enemies. That means he was able to kick them out of his courts, out of his area, of his kingdom. Okay, so King Uther is now successful. Okay, the kingdom is safe. All right, where is baby Arthur? Where is baby Arthur? Yeah, Mark. Where is baby Arthur? Where can we find baby Arthur now? Mark, are you available? How about Rahma? Can you please remind us, Rahma, where is baby Arthur? Infant Arthur, where can we find him?
Yes, yes.
Yes, honey, can you please tell me where is baby Arthur right now in the story?
He's he's in Merlin one.
He is. Ward, please.
We know that he's at Sir Ector and his lady's home.
Good job. He's at Sir Ector and his lady's home. Okay, and who took them there? Who took him there, ya Ward?
Merlin.
Miss, can I say?
Merlin. Good. Okay, good. All right. Why did Merlin take him to Sir Ector and his lady's house? Why? What is the reason behind doing this? Adam Wassel, can you please tell me why?
Miss, I'm sorry, I was getting something. Did you call on me?
Yes, I'm asking you to please explain for us, please. Why did Merlin take King to take baby Arthur to Sir Ector and his lady's house? Why did he do that?
I don't know.
Okay, Warda, can you please remind us?
Because King Uther had enemies to take care of.
Good. Okay, the enemies were the enemies or the foes are overtaking the kingdom. All right, they're coming to attack the kingdom and the courts. Merlin believes that the king needs to focus on handling the enemies, okay, and pushing them out of the courts, out of the kingdom, and he needs to and again Arthur, or baby Arthur, needs to be placed somewhere safe, okay, because again the enemies are targeting Arthur. Okay, usually the enemies are coming to kill baby Arthur, to destroy the idea of him becoming the next ruler. Okay, so to keep him safe, he took him to Sir Ector and his lady's house. Okay, was Uther successful in destroying the enemies, or making them leave the courts and his kingdom? Yes or no? All of you, anyone could say it? What?
Yes, he claimed victory in the next paragraph.
Good, good, good. So let's now look at the next paragraph. Okay, the next paragraph, please read it for us. Okay, how about Muhammad Walid? Can you please read it for us next? Starting from but as Uther. Okay, can we have any volunteer for a reader? How about Zena, please?
Miss, the paragraph, I can read it.
Go ahead, Ahmed, please.
Okay, but as Uther celebrated his victory in the town of Verulam, traders poisoned the town's wells. The king and his loyal followers were stricken. Merlin alone escaped. Though he tried his healing arts on Uther, he was forced to confess, Sire, there is no remedy.
Okay, so let's stop right
Then
here.
said,
So, what did the traders do? The traders poisoned the town's wells, and the wells are the source of water.
Water.
Okay, exactly. You know, when you drink from the water from the wells. All right. Unfortunately, Uther and his men, all right, the king and his loyal followers, they drank from the well. Okay, the water from the well was poisoned. Okay, so of course they were stricken. That means that they were now poisoned. Okay, the only person that survived this was, of course, Merlin. He was the only one that survived this attempt to kill them. The traitors did it. Okay, again, did Merlin give up on Uther? Yes or no? Did he give up on him? Did he let him die easily? Or did he try to revive him?
He tried to revive him.
Good. By using his healing arts. Okay, remember he's a magician. Okay, so he has some techniques that he used to try to bring Uther back to life. However, was he successful? Was he successful, Marwa? Mark? Was he successful in reviving the king? Hassan?
No.
No, okay, he wasn't. Okay, he tells him there is no remedy. That means another word for remedy means cure. Okay, that means what? Cure. So another word for remedy means there is no cure. That means is he going to be able to feel better? No. Okay, he will not be able to save him. Okay, continue, Ahmed.
Uh, then said the dying monarch, I declare that my son shall be king of all this realm after me. God's blessing and mine be upon him. With these words, Uther died.
So before he died, Uther passed on his throne and declared who's going to be the next king of England? It's going to be his son, which is who? Who's his son?
Arthur.
Arthur.
Arthur. Okay, so he is before he died, the dying monarch. Again, the monarch is the ruler. The single ruler of England was King Uther. He is the monarch. All right. The last words that he uttered before his death were a declaration stating basically that the next king of England is going to be King Arthur. Okay, it's going to be his son. All right. And after these words, he finally passed away, and he met his death. Okay. Of course, this is these are his last words, and they mean a lot. Okay, he wants his son to be the next king of England. Okay, continue, Ahmed. When the rebels,
When the rebels entered Verulam, only Merlin was alive. Tell us where Uther's son is hidden, they demanded, so that we can slay him and end the Uther's line.
good. All right, as we saw here, the enemies or the rebels, okay, they want to kill, they want to slay him. They want to slay means to murder. Okay, they want to kill Arthur. Okay, why? To put an end to Uther's line. Okay, so that there is no more of Uther's people or from his sons and so on could become
His
kings.
bloodline?
Yeah, exactly. Good. Okay, continue, Ahmed.
But Merlin vanished before their eyes. Young,
Good. Another magical possession. Okay. So far, can someone tell me what are some magical things that Merlin have done? Some of mention or tell me what are all the magical things that we have seen Merlin do so far? Hassan, can you mention one of them? Yusuf Dahru, can you mention one of the magical things that Merlin is capable of doing so far? Mark, can you please mention any of the things that Merlin was able to do that are magical so far? Ruqayya?
Can I, uh, can I answer?
Yes, Ibrahim, please.
He was alive. Merlin was alive, and he told Ulter's Ulter's son, which is
You said what?
then he told him to stay calm and Ulter's line, but he
Um,
vanished
uh,
before their eyes. Merlin.
okay, so one of the things that he's able to vanish. Okay, he's able to make himself disappear. Okay, this is one magical quality that he had. What other things did he do that are considered magical? Can you mention some of them?
Is that he tried to heal King Uther with his um,
Healing
uh,
arts.
yeah, healing arts.
Perfect. Okay, so number one, okay, so he's a capability of vanishing. He's able to just instantly vanish. All right. Another magical thing that he did was trying to heal the king with his healing arts. Okay. What else did he do that is considered magical? What else? Okay, where did they continue?
Uh, is that he tried to arouse King Uther from his melancholy.
Okay, good. And also, his ability to foretell the future. Don't forget that his ability to foretell the future or to tell the king what the future holds for his son. That is also a magical ability. All right. And don't forget also his ability to disguise. Okay. His ability to disguise as a beggar or to change his identity into something else. Okay. So, again, his ability to vanish, his ability to disguise himself in different characters, his ability to foretell the future. Okay, his ability to also to foretell the future for King Uther. Okay, these are all magical qualities that Merlin is able to do. Now, when the traitors came or the rebels came, they asked Merlin to give up where Arthur is hidden. Did he tell them? Did he give away Uther's secret? What?
No, he didn't say anything, but vanished.
Exactly. So he, of course, we see here that he's a good trustworthy, a secret keeper. Okay, he is not going to tell the enemies where Arthur is. So he just instantly vanished. Okay, Zena, can you please pick up the reading?
Okay.
Starting from young Arthur was raised.
Yeah. No. Young Arthur was raised as a son in Sir Ector's house. He learned to read and write alongside his foster brother Kay, who was 4 years older.
Okay, so let's stop right here. Okay, Sir Actor and his lady had a son, their own son, and his name was Kay. Kay was 4 years older than Arthur, and we see here that Sir Actor and his lady they raised him along with Kay. Again, here they refer to him as his foster brother because remember they're not real brothers. Okay, Kay would be considered Arthur's foster brother. Okay, and we see here that Arthur learned to read and write and basically grow to him and Kay are basically treated equally, okay, as they are both their sons. Okay, continue, please, Zena. By the time
Okay. By the time he was 15, Arthur was a tall, handsome, quick-witted lad. Though he had great strength, he also had a gentle manner.
good. So
Kay,
this is
who had recently
so let's stop here at the this is
um,
called what? Direct characterization. We need to keep tabs of that. Okay, this is direct characterizations. Does King or does Arthur have good qualities about him? Yes. Okay. Here they give you a description of him physically. Okay, remember Arthur is now 15 years old. How old would KB?
19.
19. Okay, remember he's 4 years older. So at this point in the story, are we moving? We're progressing. We're telling the story in chronological order. First, we started when Arthur was an infant. Now, how old is Arthur in the story? Arthur is
15.
15 years old. So we're going in sequence. Okay, again, the idea of chronological order. Okay, Arthur is now growing up to be a gentleman. Okay, he is powerful, but yet gentle. He's quick witted. What does it mean to be quick witted? Intelligent, smart. Okay, when you're
Good
quick witted,
reflexes.
say that again, Ahmed.
Reflexes.
Yeah, quick. Your wits are your intelligence, your capability of thinking. Okay, these are your wits. When you're quick-witted, that means you can pick something up quickly. Maybe you're a quick learner, someone who understands things quickly.